Friday night, it is time for the Southern Mallee Giants report. Coleman Shack's been with us for a number of years. Before that, Ross Brown. Well, now we have another new correspondent. This bloke's vying for the Best Farmer, I think, award across the Hopeton Hills. It's none other than Sammy White, who is with us. G'day, Sam. How are you?
Good fight, man. Good to be here.
Good to have you on board. Of course, for those from outside the area that are catching us, Sam's come back from Ballarat in the last couple of years, back home on the farm. Brother Lou, I think, also farms in the local area. Tell us about where your farm is in relation to, say, Coleman's and Ross Brown's, our former two hosts. Are you sort of in between both of their farms?
I thought we're a bit further west from Ross's farm, so yeah, and then a bit further south from Coleman. Coleman gets all the rain. We sort of miss it a lot of the year, so.
And what about where you are? Do you be on that road that goes out towards Yarpeat? Is that right?
Yes, out the Hopeton Yarpeat Road. So, Dad and Pa, they're originally, they played all their footy out at Yarpeat, so got a few ties out there, but yeah, once that folded, we all moved into Hopeton. I'm
told that there's been some good recruits and a few blokes have come from out of that part of the world to play over at the Southern Mallee Giants this year.
Yes, I got a couple of good mates coming back this year, Toby and Jacko Fisher. They both grew up just on a farm just out of Yarpeat, and they moved away a few years ago. But been like they've committed to coming back this year and having a run around, which is exciting too. And I think they've just announced their sister as well, Ruby, to come back and play netball too. So yeah, all three will be coming back for a run, which is good to see.
It is really great. And actually, it is interesting because we heard a bit earlier from Trudy Cook about the good fortunes that they've had. Obviously, Brownie's girl Zali, she's gone to England, but enough on netball. We're supposed to be doing a footy report, and we've got plenty to talk about. Who's taking up the coaching role? Tell us a little bit about the massive recruitment of Kieran Delahunty. Of course, it was a huge announcement, and a whole of the Wimmera area was talking about it.
Yes, Della's been a great addition to the club. It was a bit of a shock to me when I found out. He decided to coach this year. A good shock, but yeah, he's fitted in seamlessly. Like he's been coming up to trainings twice a week. Been getting really good numbers. All the trainings have been really well handled, and then all the supporters have gotten around him as well afterwards. So I think he's going to bring a lot to the club, and obviously three-time league winner medal. So I think his footy, everyone knows how well he plays football, but off field he's going to bring a lot too.
Yeah, I reckon so. And the other side too, Sam, you've got a good retention of recruits. I know Big Nick Denham out of your forward line's gone, but that provides a bit of an opportunity for, say, the Fridge Jonty Bellinger to sort of step up into a role up forward.
Yes, the Fridge has had a good pre-season. He's I think he's ready to take some clunks and possibly kick a few goals. So you're right. It does leave up a bit of room for someone to step in and fill in Nick Dins's sort of shoes.
Now, Coleman, of course, is going to be over that injury that kept him out a lot of last year, and really the massive run home when Coleman came back, it made a massive difference. And now you've realised you've got to cover off on him. I believe you've got some coverage for him, and that's going to be a very important part, I think, of getting through the season.
Yeah, exactly right. We're pretty lucky this year in regards to our midfield group. We've seemed to picked up a couple of a good handy midfielders. So hopefully this year we've got a little bit more depth, and if someone does happen to go down, there's plenty of people willing to sort of step up and fill their role.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I'm told too that you have had a couple of losses. I think is it Sam Waddell's not playing this year?
Sam is. I think he's moving over there. I haven't actually spoken to him recently, but he's going overseas. I know that part way through the season. So So I'm not sure what his plans are with football this year, whether he's playing up at the Gold Coast or, not too sure.
All right, and in the reserve grade, well, we know there's a few blokes that want to put their hand up, and there's some kids coming through that are 17, 18. Some of them still would qualify for under 17s, but you haven't got a 17s side in the comp. Tell us about these kids and their names and where you reckon they'll be travelling through into the reserves lineup.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of, good sort of 17, 18-year-olds coming through. Cody Frankel's had a good pre-season. He'll be running through either the ruck or sort of in the forward line, I'd say. And then the likes of Jaden Cook and Declan Brown and that, they're all coming through as well. So Jado, he'll play in the ruck most of the year too. Declan, he'll have a run around the midfield. And then there's also Kyle Ballinger, he'll sit up forward and hopefully kick a few sausage rolls as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Now, the coaching of the reserves, who's picking up that role?
So it's a joint coaching role this year between Taylor Donnan and Zach Robbins. Both long-time servants of the club, and they should work in well together, I'd say.
Is Taylor going to play, or is he going to be on the boundary line? They tell me that if he does play, he will be playing in a forward pocket and not moving out of a 10-metre radius.
I think that's correct. He's I think he's seen the times I've seen him at training. He's spent 90% of it down in the physio room in his back rub. So he'll be coming into the season a bit cold, I think, but hopefully he gets back out there. Yeah.
The mind boggles about that. I don't want to even get a mental image of that. But what is important is that they are going to be calling the shots, and good on Zach Robbins for stepping in. He's been an absolute star in defence and around the ground in the Southern Mallee Giants senior side. What about the juniors, the 14? Who's got the coaching there in the 14s? And I'm told that after another year of development, some of these kids are going to be very, very much at the top age, and should be good to see them play.
Yes, so Lil McCredden's taken up, looking after the juniors this year again. And like you said, there's a couple of really good young juniors coming through. I've been really impressed with Jacko Moore. He's been tagging along for a few of the senior trainings as well after the juniors. And, he's come a long way in the past year and a bit. So I think he'll be top age this year, and, looking forward to see what he can do. Yeah,
Jacko being Brad's son, would that be right?
Yeah, was his son, so... Good genetics.
The old Beulah Blues boys. They'd be loving to see another more on the name sheet, and maybe even breaking into some senior footy through the season with his training at the moment with the older boys. Well, thanks to the Hopeton Community Hotel have jumped on board this year to support the program, and it's great to have them, and also great to have yourself, Lou, also back from injury. It's going to be good to see him play a full season. Coleman, of course, who's going to be a spare if we can't get you, Sammy. We'll always get good old Coleman back. But great to have somebody sharing it around too on our Southern Mallee Giants report. And you get back to that air seeder. We'll catch up next week.
All right. Thanks, bye, man.